Welcome to the Jackson Hole Hootenanny. We are incredibly excited to be here with you this evening. This is the 1195th Hoot. 96th Hoot. This is also the 13th ever virtual Hootenanny. Gonna give you a view of all our performers. Everyone out there in Zoom. Say hi.
Good evening.
Woo! Yeehaw! Alrighty. We have a great lineup for you tonight. We have 15 performers. About half of them are going to do 2 songs this evening. You at home all know the rules. The rules are there are no rules. You have fun. Drink your drinks, smoke your smokes, enjoy yourselves as we all will be doing here. Something to note, tonight we're going to mix it up a little bit. In the past, we normally do these fun or interesting, semi-serious introductions, really getting into the bio of the person. We're sick of that. We're going to mix it up. I'm just going to ask weird questions tonight. That's how it's going to work. So, to kick us off this evening, we have Mrs. Sally McCullough. And Sally, this is my question for you, Sally.
Okay.
If the song you're about to play was a color, what color would it be?
Probably very dark blue.
Very, very dark blue, she says.
Indigo.
That's excellent. Well, Sally, take us away.
Because of course I'm going to do a sad song. that's what I always do. This is a John Prine song, actually, and I do a lot of sad songs, and people ask me, "How do you not cry?" And I don't know. This one makes me cry. So, this is called "Summer's End" by John Prine. Summer's end's around the bend, just flying. The swimming suits are on the line, just drying. I'll meet you there per our conversation. I hope I didn't ruin your whole vacation. Well, you never know how far from home you're feeling until you've watched the shadows cross the ceiling. Well, I don't know, but I can see it snowing in your car. The windows are wide open. Just come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Well, Valentines break hearts and minds at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. Well, I can see that you can win for trying, and New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. The moon and stars hang out in bars just talking. I still love that picture of us walking, just like that old house we thought was haunted. Summer's end came faster than when we want it. Come on home, come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Come on home, come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home.
Thank you, Sally. That was a dark blue song. I think you nailed it on the cover there. It's a beautiful one. Thank you. Up next, we have Peter Ward. Peter is usually accompanied or led by Adrian, but I hear it's a Peter Ward song kind of night, and I'm curious what he has in store. And I'm also curious, Peter and Adrian, what are your favorite dinosaurs?
Where are they?
What are your favorite dinosaurs?
Well, what are our favorite dinosaurs?
Is it a T-Rex? Is it a Triceratops? You know, I'm just curious.
It's whatever the big dinosaur in the Natural History Museum in New York was.
That one. Got it.
That's the one she saw over and over.
Right.
Perfect. Well, thank you, and take it away.
The Intercollegiate Outing Club Association, IOCA, was formed in 1932 when my father graduated from college in New England, ultimately including students from 120 different colleges and outing clubs throughout the United States and Canada. IOCA provided a chance to meet others who shared the love for the outdoors through hiking, climbing, canoeing, square dancing, and group singing around campfires. IOCA Songfest started as individual song sheets in the early 1930s, became a printed book in 1941, and the 18th edition was printed in 1970, which means the new edition was printed every few years, even though the content changed very slowly. Bill Briggs was steeped in this tradition at Dartmouth College and brought it to Jackson in 1957. He still carries a copy of Songfest in his music bag. Bill was living under the bridge south of Dornan's and sang with others first there and then by 1959 at Climbers Camp at Jenny Lake. Bill published his own songbook, Crud and Corruption, in 1962, which even included picking styles. So these are the distant roots of the Hootenanny in Jackson some 60 years before Barker and Briggs formed what we now call the Jackson Hole Hootenanny in 1992. In 1960, I began working at the Appalachian Mountain Club hut on the side of Mount Washington in New Hampshire that accommodated 130 hikers housed in these bunk rooms. 2 to 5 nights a week after feeding everyone family style and cleaning the dishes, the crew would take out their musical instruments and get as many people as possible singing songs from Songfest, from folk musicians that were beginning to be famous in the late 1950s. A hootenanny at that time meant groups of people joyously singing together. That is what I still personally love most about folk music. So in that tradition, we invite you all to join us in singing The Fox, one of the most popular of the 300 songs in Songfest. This traditional folk song is based on a version published in England in 1810, which was based on 2 versions from around 1500, written in Middle English. This song is so famous that there's even a Wikipedia page about it. If you do not know the song, you can at least sing the last line of each verse, which loosely repeats the preceding 2 lines. Well, Fox went out on a chilly night, prayed for the moon to give him light. He had many a mile to go that night before he reached the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Many a mile to go that night before he reached the town, oh. He ran till he came to the great big pen. Ducks and the geese were kept therein. Couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town, oh. Well, he grabbed the gray goose by the neck, flung the dog clear across his back. He didn't mind the whack, 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 and the legs were all dangling down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the whack, 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 and the legs were all dangling down, oh. Well, old Mother Flip-a-Flop jumped out of bed. Out of the window she cocked her head. John, John, the gray goose is gone. Foxes on the town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. John, John, the gray goose is gone. Foxes on the town, oh. Then Johnny ran to the top of the hill, blowed his horn both loud and shrill. Foxy said, I better flee with my kill, for they'll soon be on my trail, oh, trail, oh, trail, oh. Foxy said, better flee with my kill, for they'll soon be on my trail, oh. Well, he ran till he came to the cozy den. There were the little ones, 8, 9, 10, crying, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town, oh, town, oh, town, oh. Daddy, Daddy, better go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town, oh. Then the fox and his wife, without any strife, cut up the goose with a fork and knife. They never had such supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones, oh, bones, oh, bones, oh. They never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on the bones, oh.
Nice. Thank you, Peter and Adrian. That song is an absolute classic. You can't help but sing along. Thank you so much, and bravo. Up next, we have Jim Curran. I am curious what house Jim is coming to us from this evening, and if the owners might show up anytime soon.
Well, they showed up and they left.
Oh, well, there you go.
But I turned the key in, so I can't go and poach their house, you know, with the alarm. I got the codes, I got everything, but, you know, it's just not right because I'm done working there. So I'm at Snow King again, tucked way into this corner because the wind keeps coming at me and attacking my microphone, but we'll see what happens. And so okay, I'll do something here. You know, it's kind of a silly song, I guess, a whimsical thing I just wrote. Just a counterpoint like Sally's bluer songs. Already sounds a little more whimsical. No, that's not how it goes. Sorry, I got the wrong song going in my head. Well, early one morning I went out walking on a bright and sunny day. Birds were singing and the frogs a-croaking. I began to lose my way. Got to thinking and I got to dreaming just to pass the time away. Early one morning found myself out walking on a beautiful sunny day. Well, early one morning I got up early, cup of coffee, start my day. I got to singing a song in my head and I couldn't get away. Well, the words just flowed and the notes took hold and the song rolled out of me. Yeah, early one morning I got up early and the song rolled out of me. Early one morning I went out walking, the neighbors did the same. Everyone nodded and everyone smiled, called each other by our names. Well, it felt kind of weird and it felt kind of strange, like some sort of dream. Usually no one said hello and they all acted so mean. Early one morning I went out walking on a bright and sunny day. Early one morning I got up early, headed to my job. Halfway there I got a little bit worried that my life would soon be gone. So I turned around and headed in a new direction with no plans to return. Early one morning I made a decision never to return. Yeah, well, that's what happens early in the morning sometimes. Early one morning met a fair young maiden with flowers in her hair. We got to talking and we got to dancing and we didn't have a care. She pulled out a fiddle and she pulled out a bow and magic filled the air. And all I remember was constant motion and flowers in her hair. Wrote that one a couple years ago. But what's this one? Oh, I wrote this one just a year ago. Writing, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Just do the writing. Okay, this is called A Wicked Road. It's kind of sort of readjusted a little bit for the times. Tell your mama, tell your daddy too, what it is I'm about to do. Gonna take you far away from your home. Might as well be the dark side of the moon. Well, oh, it's a wicked road we're going down. Oh, it's a ticket to trouble, last chance to turn around. Well, now it's a place that steals your soul. Telling you now, it's a wicked road we're traveling down. Tell it to the preacher, tell it to the judge. It won't make no difference when all is said and done. 'Cause it's first things first, then it's last things last. Won't have a future if you destroy the past. I said now, oh, it's a wicked road we're traveling down. Oh, it's a ticket to trouble, last chance to turn around. It's a place that will steal your soul. It's a wicked road we're traveling down. It's a place that will steal your soul. It's a place that takes control. It's a hell you'll get to know. Look out, you're being fooled now, heading down that wicked road. Only so much time, nothing more. Listen to the lion roar outside your door. You think you're gonna get a better deal? Breaking down this world, proving time and time again that doesn't work. Oh, I said, oh, it's a wicked road we're going down. Oh, it's a ticket to trouble, last chance to turn around. It's a place that steals your soul. It's a place that takes control. It's a hell you'll get to know. I'm telling you, wake up now, everyone, 'cause you're heading down a wicked road.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Mr. Curran. Always excited
Thanks
to
for
see where you're
hosting.
playing from.
Yeah, you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting, Ben.
Pleasure. Up next, we have Lily Robert. Lily, this is my question to you.
Okay.
Does your guitar have a name? And if it doesn't, what name would you give it?
Well, this is a 1970s Martin, and you can't really see it. I'm trying to let you see it, but it's hard over Zoom. I call it Marty. You know, that wasn't very inventive, but it was the only guitar I ever really wanted when I was starting out. And like I guess I just it just, you know, the name kind of came naturally, but it's an old 70s or late 60s Martin. It's the only, well, I have two guitars that I never sell, but this one is one of them. I give it to posterity, to my maybe nephews or nieces, but this is Marty. So I am so happy to be here. I love you all at the Hootenanny. I'm going to start out with a Bessie Smith tune, little up-tempo. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. You know, when it rains it pours sometimes. Well, once I lived the life of a millionaire. Spend my money, I didn't care. Used to take my friends out for a mighty good time. Buy bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. Then I began to fall so low. Didn't have no friends, no place to go. Mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. No, 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 nobody knows you when you're down and out. In my pocket, ooh, not one penny, and my friends, well, I haven't any, but as soon as I get hold of a dollar again, I'm gonna hold it and squeeze it till the ego grin. Mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. No, 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 and nobody knows you when you're down and out. In my pocket, ooh, not one penny, and my friends, I haven't any, but as soon as I get back on my feet again, you know everybody wants to be alone, lost friend. Mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Well, what a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you. That's an early song that I had of Bessie Smith. Wow, what a great attitude. You know, just a lot of attitude. Next song I'm going to sing is, I think, one of the prettiest songs that I sing. It was written by Joyce Woodson. Basically, she could have lived anywhere in the world. She could have lived in Australia or New Zealand or Asia or anywhere in America. But when she saw a western sunset, like the kind we have here and everywhere in the West, she said, I couldn't live anywhere else but the West. It's called If I Hadn't Seen the West. No social distancing here. You gotta sidle up close to your sweetheart. If I hadn't seen a crimson sunset turn the world to a shimmering dream, if I'd never seen the canyon toey bird sing its song for me, wide open spaces that fill me up and leave me feeling blessed. Oh, I could have lived any place in the world if I'd never seen the West. There's a river that spills through Sedona's hills as the red rocks spill over the green, and above Santa Fe's hills of sage is the bluest sky that I the South, yeah, there's something about sweet honeysuckle in June. I've been north and the east has its charm, and darn, they've got the same moon. But there's nothing quite like a western night and the sound of Spanish guitars. I get a thrill just being alive under a blanket of stars. And I've fallen in love with the western sky and a guy, and I confess, oh, I could have lived any place in the world if I'd never seen the West. Oh, I could have lived any place in the world if I'd never seen the West.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Well done, Lily, and thank you. As Dr. Chris Bingman would say, how?
I think we all agree with that too.
What's that?
I think we all agree with that sentiment to that song.
I think so. Up next, we have Mr. Mike Simpson. Mike has been playing with us for a couple weeks now, I think.
Yep.
Mike, this is my question to you. Let me see. I need a really good one. If you could play any other instrument other than guitar right now, what would it be?
Bass.
Bass. Oh, upright or guitar?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. We'll take it away, Mr. Simpson.
I heard Lily play, and my first thought was, I have to follow that. Very nice. Very, very nice. So this song is partially written over by me. I got it from a lovely lady, one of the nicest people I've ever met. Can't remember her name. Met her at she only came for 1 year to the California Coast Music Camp, and I met her there, and she asked me if I would consider playing this song because she didn't play out much. So just recently I actually rewrote it for modernity and masculinity a little bit. Put it in a male voice, and it's here it comes. I think you'll figure out the title. I'm not too rich, and I'm not too poor. So today I went downtown to a store. When I went to find the shoes that I always wore, they said they don't make that style anymore. They don't make that style anymore. They don't make that style anymore. We have some that are almost as good as before, but they don't make that style anymore. went on up to the second floor to find the phone that I had before. I said to the salesperson, this phone I adore. She said they don't make that style anymore. They don't make that style anymore. They just don't make that style anymore. If you really want it, we can try one of the other stores, but they don't make that style anymore. So I left just with what I had before. I passed a mirror on the way out by the door, and I laughed in despair at the image showing there. It said they don't make this style anymore. They don't make this style anymore. They just don't make this style anymore. I laughed in despair at the image standing there. Said they don't make this style anymore. They don't make this style anymore. They don't make this style anymore.
That was beautiful, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Up next, whether you like it or not, we have Dr. Chris Bingman. I believe Mr. Bingman, Dr. Bingman, is coming to us from the parking lot at Dornan's. And Chris, this is my question to you. What is the name of your beard?
Well, I don't believe I have a name for the beard. It's just another extension of my dang body. It just keeps on going. I don't think I've never put that into thought. However, I will say this: one time I did get a haircut or a beard cut in a very drunken state of mind. A friend of mine convinced me to shave. Basically, let's see, my angle's all off. Shave basically my mustache down a whole full strip, so I just had two full like mutton chops, and we called that the Lord Calvert because that's what we were drinking all night. But I've never referred to my beard as the Lord Calvert, just that was what the style was.
I'm really glad you grew back the full beard, Chris.
And yes, I am coming to you live from Dornan's here. The old Tetons there. I rely on this place very heavily nowadays, what with the lack of Wi-Fi I find myself in. And I think they're starting to take out a second loan on an expansion with all the money I'm spending here. But I guess you guys probably want some music. It's a little crowded here. I'm gonna try to find a reasonable spot. Bear with me here.
No worries, Chris.
Also, it'd be nice.
Just bring us along for the walk. It's good to be outside a little bit.
We're just live here. No big deal. Let's see. I'm gonna use my Peeber bottle to prop the phone up there. I'm literally coming to you live from my truck. So here we go. Hope you can hear that all right. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the crowd goes mild. Well, I think I got another one in me. Yeah, exactly. You definitely know it's a live broadcast when you get the aeroplanes flying overhead. This next one here, it's a song that I wrote many moons ago, back in the summer of 1843, I do recall. And, you know, times were tough back then. And I really wanted to answer, so I know the first question was for Sally, and it was like, what color would your song be? And I really wanted to answer this one. So I actually thought long and hard about it. So the name of the song is Green River, so you would think I would pick green. But I'm going to go with Blood Red. I reckon y'all will find out soon. Here we go. Twas midnight on the mighty Green River, down where bluegrass grows. I left her there on the banks of the river. I left her where no one would know. Now later that night, Lord rode down the river to my log cabin in the hill. I knew tomorrow, Lord, have to tell our mother that last night her daughter I killed. Out tomorrow morn, Lord rode down the river. There to tell her mother fell. But before I got there, Lord, I could hear her crying. I could hear her crying all through the air. She told me, son, they found my daughter on the banks, dead and cold. How could this happen? Lord, the Thank you kindly out there. Certainly appreciate it. It's very bright. Oh. Ben, you out there? Did we lose you?
No, yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that. I was running
Mercy,
around
it's
the
bright.
house. My
It's
apologies.
bright as shit out here.
Thank you, Dr. Bingman. Have a great time out there at Dornan's.
Thank you. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Cool. Up next, we have Jenny Landgraf, who has a beautiful dog named Maya. And we're all just dying to know, Jenny, what is Maya's favorite song and why?
Oh, I don't know if she has one specific favorite song. She's looking at me like, who's saying my name? But when Sally and I are getting together and practicing here at my house, she almost always comes and sits right under the music stand and just lays there with a big grin on her face. So I think she really kind of likes acoustic music.
Wonderful. Absolutely.
That was pretty cool. I think that the doc had some actual audience out there. I heard people clapping behind him. That was pretty neat. I almost felt like I was there. Sure do miss that. I've just got one song for you tonight. It's one of my favorite Neil Young songs. There was a man that played it in my kitchen for me years ago, and I've loved it ever since. So it's called Tell Me Why. Sailing hardships through broken harbors, out on the waves in the night. Still the searcher must ride the dark horse, racing alone in his fright. Tell me why. you.
Thank you so much, Diane. That was beautiful. Up next, we have Mr. John Seidel. John, my question to you is this. What was the very first event or musical place you played at in Jackson Hole, and when was that? Oh, you're muted here, John.
Now I'm unmuted.
There you go.
Very first thing I played in Jackson Hole. Boy, that's a good question. I don't know if I can go back that far. You know, it probably was the Stagecoach Bar on a Sunday night back in about 1971, where I was invited to sit in and play with Bill Briggs and Ron Scott. And it was Ron Scott's collection of bills. He had 4 bills and me. I think that was it.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to let you and your wonderful T-shirt take it away.
Well, I figured it's going to be a real pretty evening tonight. I can't see the sunset from my house, but I figured you'll all like to see a pretty sunset from the past. And I'd like to thank Peter here for providing me with a good intro. And I've just changed what I'm going to do tonight because he was talking about the old Iocca Songfest. And I have, look at this, a 1944 edition of the Iocca Songfest. And this was owned by my parents. And they were what we call PIOCs, Pratt Institute Outing Club. My dad was going to school at Pratt in Brooklyn. And they used to come up to Vermont and ski at Stowe in the spring. So, and also, Peter mentioned Bill Briggs' opus here, Crud and Corruption, which is a really nice printed up little little instruction manual. It's got all kinds of chords and all kinds of great songs in it from 1962. Okay, so I have looked through this 1944 Iocca Songfest, and I have pulled out a song which most of you have probably not heard, and it's called Desperado. Now, this is not the Desperado, all of you know. It's not the Desperado. It's very different. He was a desperado from the wild and woolly West. He came into Chicago just to give the West a rest. He wore a big sombrero and a gun beneath his vest, and everywhere he went he gave his war whoop. He was a brave, cold man and a desperado from Cripple Creek way down in Colorado, and he walked around like a big tornado. Everywhere he went he gave his war whoop. Ha! Well, he went to Coney Island just to take in all the sights, and he saw the hoochie-coochie girls and girls dressed in tights. He got so darned excited that he shot out all the lights, and everywhere he went he gave his war whoop. He was a big, brave man and a desperado from Cripple Creek way down in Colorado, and he walked around just like a big tornado, and everywhere he went he gave his war whoop. A great big fat policeman was walking down his beat. He saw this desperado come a-walking down the street. He grabbed him by his whiskers and he grabbed him by his seat, and threw him where he wouldn't give his war whoop. He was a real brave man and a desperado from Cripple Creek way down in Colorado, and he walked around like a big tornado, and everywhere he went he gave his war whoop. Everywhere he went he gave his war whoop. Well, that's a song I don't know if I've ever done before. Here's the song that I had planned for tonight. And I've been into Hank Williams and Jimmy Rogers, and John Cook, who unfortunately is no longer with us, loved Jimmy Rogers, and he always said that he wanted to make the whole CD of Jimmy Rogers songs. He did them really well. And so I will try to do this in memory of John Cook. If I can remember how it starts. All around the water tank, waiting for a train, 1,000 miles away from home, just sleeping in the rain. Well, I walked up to a brakeman to give him a line of talk. He said, if you got money, son, I'll see that you don't walk. I haven't got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Get off, you railroad bum, and he slammed the boxcar door. Oodle-lay-tee, oodle-oodle-lay-tee, oodle-oo. Well, he kicked me off in Texas, a place I dearly love, with the wide open spaces all around me and the moon and stars above. And nobody seems to want me or to lend me a helping hand. I'm on my way from Frisco, going back to Dixieland. My pocketbook is empty, you know my heart is filled with pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home and waiting for a train. Yes, my pocketbook is empty and my heart is filled with pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home and waiting for a train. Oodle-lay-tee, oodle-oodle-lay-tee, oodle-lay-tee. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to get mentions of John Cook in there as well, and just remembering him and supporting his songs. Thank you. Up next, we have Kevin Roach. Kevin has been coming to the Hootenanny for a long time, I think since the early 90s. Isn't that, what's your first memory of the Hootenanny, Kevin?
Well, actually, I think I played out at Dornan's sometime a year or two after we moved here in 80. But it was real sporadic. But anyway, yeah. So since the since the early 80s. Oh,
Yeah, wonderful. Take it away, my friend.
Oh, that was your question. Okay. Okay, so this first song is by a younger songwriter named Greg Holden. Actually, I heard it. I've been watching a lot of television, and I heard it on the Sons of Anarchy series about a motorcycle club, and this was played at a funeral. But anyway, it was a big hit in Sweden for him. He's a Scottish songwriter. He's about 37 years old, and but I hadn't heard it until then. Anyway, he read a book about refugees from Sudan. Anyway. I left my home as a child, walked 1,000 sorry miles, wait for my father to gather up his tools. He said, my boy, you've got to run. Don't wait for me, don't wait for Mom. We'll come get you when it's safe for us to move. So I waited many years, held back the pain behind my tears, for my father to come find me like he said. And in the time I was alone, so many years without my home, I made brothers of a different kind instead. And at the time I didn't know just how hard the wind would blow towards disaster and the things that I would see. I never found my father, never found my mother, even would I know in my lifetime I will be. Hero to the masses, to those born without chances, and there's a freedom everyone deserves. I know there's greed and corruption, I've seen death and mass destruction, but I'm telling you, I hope I will be heard. And I will not be commanded. This is supposed to be the sing-along part. And I will not be controlled. And I will not let my future go on without the help of my soul. And I will not be commanded. And I will not be controlled. And I will not let my future go on without the help of my soul. And I will not be commanded. And I will not be controlled. And I will not let my future go on without the help of my soul. Okay, this next song is written by Bonnie Dobson, but I first heard it actually as a single released on the Grateful Dead's first album. And it was a cover that they did, and I thought it was pretty good. It's called Morning Dew. Walk me out in the morning dew, honey. Walk me out in the morning dew today. Can't walk you out in the morning dew, honey. I can't walk you out in the morning dew today. I thought I heard a baby cry this morning. I thought I heard a baby cry today. Didn't hear no baby cry this morning. thought I heard a young man moan this morning. I thought I heard a young man moan today. Didn't hear no young man moan this morning. Didn't hear no young man moan today. Where have all the people gone, honey? Where have all those people gone today? No need to worry about those people. You never seen those people anyway. Walk me out in the morning, do, honey. Walk me out in the morning, do today. Can't walk you out in the morning, do, honey. And I guess it don't matter anyway. No, just don't matter anyway. Okay, thank you.
Curran, thank you very much. That was a beautiful song. Oh my gosh. Up next, we have an absolutely special treat. I'm thrilled that they're both here to play and sing with us. We have the Mollies, live from Wilson, Wyoming. And so here's my question to the Mollies, and I'm just going to hit this question right on the nose, as they say. Molly, how many other Mollies have you played music with in your lives?
Well, my other best friend from home, who is a brunette named Molly, plays the banjo as well. So that's one.
It's like I'm second banjo.
No,
Wasn't that good?
not here.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever played music with any other Molly. You're my first Molly. There were a lot that used to Irish dance with me, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
My mom would shout Molly at an Irish dance competition, and like 25 girls would turn around.
That makes sense. Well, we're really happy to be here and to be able to play outside with our friends and amazing hosts. And since we're just getting back in the groove of playing all together, we're just going to do a classic Gillian Welsh tune, and then Molly and I will do one more. How fast can you do it? I am an orphan on God's highway. Share my trouble. You go my way. Have no mother, no father.
John Seidel. We seem to have lost both the marmots and our host. Do you want to take over that hosty kind of thing?
Yeah. You're right, Mike. I'm sorry, they're outside, up north somewhere, and I don't know what kind of a connection they have, but now I see them again. Okay, so Amy and the Mollies, we lost about the last 2 minutes of that, and you have just come back, which is nice. Perhaps you'd like to do that last song again. What do you think?
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Sorry about that.
I'm glad you're all still there.
Yeah, thanks for staying there. Maybe they'll come back. And being the host, I think Ben panicked in the other room.
Oh.
So he's trying to fix that, but we're here.
You look very good right now.
Yeah. Was it clear?
It was up until the time that you went away.
Yeah, up until the kicked off. Well, we're on.
Okay. And again, to make sure that you have the original sound.
Second verse. Good.
I am an orphan on God's heart. Share my trouble. You go my way. Have no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. I am an orphan girl. I have that friendship, pure and golden, ties of kinship. I have not known them. I have no mother, no father, no sister, no brother. I am an orphan girl. But when he calls me, I will be able meet my family at God's table. I meet my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. No more an orphan girl. Blessed Savior, make me willing, walk beside me till I'm with them. Be my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I All right.
Cool.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thanks.
sticking with us on that severe technical difficulty. I hope it's still okay. Molly and I just pulled together another classic that we'd love to do.
Is it really off?
No, I think we're good.
We're okay.
I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. And your smile is like the breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my name. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. He talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what it means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. Well, you could have your choice of men, but I can never love again. Oh, he's the only one for me, Jolene. And I have to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you, and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Oh, please don't take him just because you can. No, please don't take him just because you can. Oh, please don't take him just because you can.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, everyone. That was amazing. Thank you, the Mollies. Thanks, everyone, for bearing with us during some Wi-Fi issues out here in Wilson. Wonderful. Up next, we have Mr. David Rossiter, and my question for David, my father, is very simple. Is there any parking in the white zone, or is it red zone only?
And there's no parking in the red zone. It's white zone only. Try to keep that straight. And don't call me Shirley.
Yeah. Well, hey, good luck. We're all counting on you.
Oh, man. So that's just amazing having the Mollies back together again with the Marmots, and that just makes me very happy, except that I have to follow them, which is challenging. I've played a lot of depressing songs these last few weeks, and I decided I need a perky, fun, nice, happy song today. So we're going to pull down a little Pete Seeger. He wrote this when he was building the sloop Clearwater back in the 60s and kickstarting the environmental movement, cleaning up the Hudson River. And I love this song. And Arlo Guthrie and his family have been playing this. Every time we see them, they seem to play this song. So I'm really, really excited by this. So hang in there with me on my guitar work. It's called Sailing Down My Golden River. Sailing down my golden river, sun and water all my own, yet I was never alone. Sun and water hold life givers, I'll have them where'er I roam, and I was not far from home. Sunlight glancing on the water, life and death are all my own, yet I was never alone. Life for all my sons and daughters, golden sparkles in the foam, and I was not far from home. Sailing down this winding highway, travelers from near and far, and I was never alone. Exploring all the little byways, sighting all the distant stars, and I was not far from home. Sailing down my golden river, sun and water all my own, yet I was never alone. Sun and water hold life givers, I'll have them where'er I roam, and I was not far from home, yet I was never alone, and I was not far from home. Thank you. Hi, Ben.
Wonderful, David. Thank you very, very much. Beautiful song. Love to hear a Pete Seeger song. Although I realized the question I should have asked you at the beginning was who your favorite child was, but I know the answer to that. So
well, you should ask who my favorite child is and why Caitlin is. Oh.
Well done, sir. That was well done.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Mr. Clint Sweat coming to us from California. Really excited he's here. I've always been really jealous of Clint's mustache and his just long flowing locks of hair. So Clint, my question to you is, how do I attain that? Like, I can't get the mustache. How'd you do that?
You have to start like when you're 20 and then keep it till ever since. Like my mustache is 20 years older than any of the Marmots.
Wonderful. Well done, sir. Take it away.
Yeah, well, thank you. Okay, I'm here with my friend Mike Hirscher, who is, I think this is his 4th virtual Hoot. We are doing a song that I first did maybe I did it once before, but I did with Ben and Amy. At the Hoot earlier last winter, I played a Beach Boys song, and Amy came up and said she loves the Beach Boys. And I said, oh, this is my chance. I get to ask her if she'll sing with me. And I said, will you guys do Sloop John B with me? And you guys did. It was just really, really fun. So anyway, now I have my buddy Mike Hirscher, who's a wonderful singer and can harmonize. And so we are going to give this one a shot. Here goes. We come on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore, let me go home.
Let me go home.
I wanna go home.
I wanna go home.
I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Well, the first mate, he got drunk. He broke in the captain's trunk. The constable had to come and take him away. Sheriff John Stone, why don't you leave me alone? Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore, let me go home. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Well, the poor cook, he got the fits. He threw away all my grits. And then he took and he ate up all of my corn. Let me go home. Why won't you let me go home? This is the worst trip I've ever been on. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore, let me go home. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Beautiful harmonies.
Wasn't that nice? Okay, Mike is going to take my place here in front of the screen, so we have to switch out just a bit of equipment. Hi, Amy.
Yeah. So up next, we do have Mr. Mike Hirscher. While they're getting set up in their same space, we'll try and kill just a little bit of time here while they're doing things. So Amy, did I tell you that I got a new business?
Oh no, what's your new business?
Oh, well, I set up a trampoline store in Prague.
Oh, wow. How's business going?
Well, it's not bad, but the checks keep bouncing.
Oh man. Well, that reminds me then.
Yeah, Amy?
You know, it's been a rough go these days, and I opened a new business.
Oh, you did? What's your business?
Right here in Jackson. Oh. I opened a horse corral.
Wow. Well, horse. That's interesting. How's it going?
My employees keep horsing around. I messed it up.
Oh, it's such a sad day. Well, that reminds me, Amy. Did you hear about the pirate who lost his pants?
No.
Well, he found his booty.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not embarrassing at all.
You started any other businesses lately?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I did one more because I wanted to get in really good shape this summer. So I thought I'd do some like manual work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be digging holes.
Digging holes, really?
Yeah.
How's that business going?
I have to tell you, I'm in over my head.
Ooh, all right. Well, I think maybe we have Michael ready out there in Zoom land. Yeah, everyone's clapping for us to be done. I get it.
Yay.
Mr. Mike Hirscher, are you ready to play?
I am. And
wonderful.
And my favorite dinosaur is the pteranodon. So
the pteranodon. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wonderful. Well, take it away, sir.
Okay, so this is the song Poncho and Lefty by Townes Van Zandt. Living on the road, my friend, gonna keep you free and clean. Way you wear your skin like iron, your breasts as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye. Sank into your dreams. Poncho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. Bore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Poncho met his match and soul in the desert down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word, but that's the way it goes. All the federales say could have had him any day. We only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to do. Dusted Poncho bit down south, ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Poncho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Well, there ain't nobody knows. All the federales say could have had him any day. We only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Poncho fell, Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet, Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Poncho needs your prayers, it's true. Save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. A few gray federales say we could have had him any day. We only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose. We only let him go so long out of kindness, I suppose. Well, thank you. Thank you. And is it okay if I do one more?
Yeah, do another one for us, Mike.
Okay. So this is a song that has a little more timely content in terms of trying to be hopeful about change in this country and getting past the struggle that we seem to be immersed in. This right, left, red, blue stuff's tearing us up. And a lot of people are wondering when it's going to be over. And it's only going to be over if each one of us makes a commitment to change and do good things in the world. So here's a song that's in that vein by a songwriter named Carrie Newcomer, also a mountain woman. I think she's from Colorado. And it's it has a lot of significance in the Jewish community because there's a sort of the ethical heart of Judaism is a rabbi named Hillel, and he had a famous aphorism that became kind of the golden rule. If I'm not for myself, who will be for me? If I'm only for myself, what am I? And if not now, then when? So that's the hook on this song. If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment in place or time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. I see sorrow, trouble in this land. I see sorrow, trouble in this land. Although there will be struggle, we'll make change when we can. If not now, tell me when. I may never see the promised land. I may never see the promised land. And yet we'll take the journey and we'll walk it hand in hand. If not now, if not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. If not now, tell me when. We may never see this moment in place or time again. If not now, if not now, tell me when. So we'll work till it's done, every daughter and every son, every soul that ever longed for something better, something brighter. It'll take a change of heart for this to mend. It'll take a change of heart for this to mend. But miracles do happen every shining now and then. If not now, if not now, tell me when. But miracles do happen every shining now and then. If not now, if not now, tell me when.
Wonderful. Thank you, Michael. That was beautiful and beautiful sentiments. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice.
Up next, we have Miss Sherry Stewart coming to us from, I believe, Virginia. Isn't that right, Sherry?
Virginia it is.
So you started playing music with Jenny and Sally back in the day. And what I really want to know is an embarrassing story about the two of them. So if anything springs to mind, or just a silly story, just something kind of funny about the three of you, the trio, the original girls.
Oh gosh. I don't really have anything embarrassing, but the most fun thing, well, we did so many fun things together, but we always rode to the Hootenanny. Monday we had this ritual. We always met over at Jenny's house and we practiced whatever songs we were going to do together. And then we piled in Sally's minivan and we made our way to Moose and played the Hootenanny and, listened to everybody else play. And then on the way home, we had this total redux of the whole night's events, And it was just such a blast. And that was just a lot of fun. So we did lots of crazy and silly things together, and but that was the highlight. It was the weekly ritual.
That's wonderful. One of my favorite things is next to playing the Hootenanny is rehashing the Hootenanny afterwards.
I know, the redux. That's got to be done.
Well, take it away, Sherry. Thank you.
All right. Well, the song I'm doing tonight, I'd like to dedicate to Sally because it's her birthday tomorrow. And also just to, all the folks in Jackson that I miss, that I don't get to see very often. And you're all dear friends, but this one's for Sally because it's her birthday. Oh, friend, you just grow dearer, the lines grow deeper, the paths grow clearer. I recall your every look, each of them an open book, and though long miles may separate us, my love for you endures with warm regard and in fond affection. I am truly yours. Oh friend, we've seen so much together, stormy days and windy weather, and like a cloak against the cold, I wrap myself in friendship's folds, and the long miles may separate us, my love for you endures with warm regard and in fond affection. I am truly yours. Oh, friends, like warp and woof and twine, each crossing, defining the design. And though in places frayed and worn, the fabric remains untorn. And though long miles may separate us, my love for you endures with warm regard Happy birthday, Sally.
It's Sally's birthday?
Wonderful,
Happy birthday,
Sherry.
Sally.
Thank you so much. And yes, happy birthday to Miss
It's
Sally.
actually tomorrow. Her birthday's actually tomorrow.
Happy birthday tomorrow,
Sally.
Sally.
Yes.
Happy birthday tomorrow. Wonderful. Well, we're gonna close out the evening here as we begin to celebrate Sally's birthday. She's turning 26 tomorrow. It's a big birthday for her, and so we're in support of her as she enters the latter half of her 20s going forward. Happy birthday, Sally. Happy birthday, Sally. We're gonna close things out with a couple songs out here on the lawn in Wilson. We're gonna do a fiddle tune, Cripple Creek, and then I'll introduce the next song coming up. This song right here goes out to our bassist Joel, who is being all responsible and working or something. I don't know, so he can't be here. But this song goes out to him. We miss him. We love him. Wish he were here. We're also going to get to play some music with him really soon. Looking forward to that. So this is a fiddle tune with some words called Cripple Creek.
I got a gal at the head of the creek, going up to see her about the middle of the week. Kiss her on the mouth, just as sweet as any wine. Wrap herself around me like a sweet potato rind. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek, have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on the world. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Girls on Cripple Creek, half past grown. Jump on a board like a dog on a bone. Roll my britches up to my knees. Great old Cripple Creek when I see. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Cripple Creek's wide and Cripple Creek's deep. Made old Cripple Creek before I sleep. Roads are rocky and the hillside's muddy, and I'm so drunk that I can't stand city. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek, have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on the world. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Kids on Cripple Creek, they are so free. Jump on the lap like a squirrel on a tree. Hold on right when things feel bad. Laugh when you're happy and cry when you're sad. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on the world. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. Or more, I never saw that much mud before. Us under naked like grease little pigs. We stood on our heads and danced a jig. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a run. Going up Cripple Creek to have a little fun. Going up Cripple Creek, going on a whirl. Going up Cripple Creek to see my girl. There's a lot of fast words in that song.
Yeah, that one goes kind of quick, don't it? It's also what you get when you practice approximately 5 minutes before you're supposed to play.
I feel like I got both of the verses about someone jumping on something.
Yeah.
Didn't help. It's hard to keep a straight face playing that song.
Well, wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening at this 13th virtual Hootenanny. We're going to close out with a song called Shake Sugaree. And I want to tell you a little story about this song because I think it's important in this time to amplify Black voices, to give them credit for the music they've written, for the things they've done, and to amplify their voices. This song was written by Elizabeth Libba Cotton. She was a prodigious and incredible songwriter. She wrote other notable songs such as Freight Train and Going Down the Road Feeling Bad. Some of these classic songs that have been turned into bluegrass standards were written. Yeah, they're classic, wonderful songs. Libba was born in the late 1800s, was actually left-handed, learned how to play guitar on a regular right-handed guitar, but upside down, and was so good at it that she actually created styles that are still known to this day as her style of picking, as Libba style. She wrote a bunch of songs, but didn't actually become famous until she was in her early 60s, if you can believe that. She happened to become a nanny for the Seeger family. Yeah, that Seeger family. And they heard her playing around her house and decided, well, we've got to record these songs. And then from ages 60 to 90, she started touring, wrote a bunch of songs, became famous, and actually won a Grammy at, I think, 94 years of age in the 1980s. Really incredible songwriter, did amazing things, and gave a lot to the musical community. So this is Shake Sugaree, written by Elizabeth Libba Cotton.
And the version that we're doing as well was done more recently by Rhiannon Giddens, and she's done a ton of really awesome work with ethnomusicology of Appalachia and Black folk singers. So here you go.
What key you play some?
See,
That's good to know.
Maybe let's shift a little around the mic.
Have a little salt. It won't
have a little secret I ain't gonna tell. I'm gonna have in a brown pea shell. Oh, Lordy me, did now shake sugary. Everything I got is done and gone. Yeah, everything I got is done and gone.
Have a little secret, I ain't gonna tell, I'm going to heaven, I can't go into. Oh, Lord, on me, didn't I say sugary? Everything I got is done and gone. Everything I got is done and gone. Everything I got is done and gone.
Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. This has been the Jackson Hole Hootenanny. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. We wish you and yours the best. We hope everything goes well for you. Hootenanny performers who are still here, unmute yourselves and say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Cheers and all the best.
Leo,
Woo, woo, woo.